It is 0 hour 30, Universal Time. I'm Jim Tedder in Washington. Iraqi police say resistance fighters have killed at least 36 people in attacks in 3 areas. Police say gunmen killed 21 people in an attack on buses at a guard station north of Baghdad. A survivor of the attack told VOA the gunman asked the passengers if they were Sunni Arab, Shiite, Kurdish, or Turkmen. The gunman did not shoot the 4 people who said they were Sunnis. Police are questioning them. Iraqi Interior Ministry officials say gunmen shot and killed 4 telephone company employees in Baghdad, and police say 11 people were killed in a clash at a Sunni religious center in the southern city of Basra. Iran's supreme leader says oil flows in the Middle East will be affected if the United States makes what he calls a wrong move toward Iran. Ayatollah Khamenei's speech was broadcast on Iranian official radio. He did not say exactly how oil supplies would be affected. American Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice says the international community should not place much importance on his comment. She said that Iran depends on money from oil sales. She also said that any lessening of oil supplies would be a serious problem for Iran. Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Olmert says his top goal is restarting peace talks with the Palestinians. He made the announcement after talks with Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak during a visit to Egypt. Mr. Olmert also announced plans to meet with Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas. He did not give a date. He expressed hope that the Palestinians will carry out their part of the international peace plan known as the Roadmap. Mr. Olmert has threatened to change the Israeli border with the West Bank if no agreement can be reached with the Palestinians. The Speaker of Serbia's parliament says the legislative group will meet Monday to establish independence. Speaker Predrag Markovic made the announcement during the first full day of the separation of Serbia and Montenegro. Montenegro has said a top goal is to join international organizations such as the United Nations and the European Union. Serbia keeps existing members in the UN and other international organizations. The EU says it honors Montenegro's independence, but will decide if it should recognize the new state at the EU ministers' meeting next Monday. Serbia and Montenegro were allies in the last remaining union of the former Yugoslav Federation. The federation ended in the 1990s. Officials in Serbia are investigating the death of a person believed to be involved in the murder trial of Serbian Prime Minister Zoran Đinđić. Serbian officials say the burned body of Zoran Vukojević was found Saturday outside the Serbian capital, Belgrade. Vukojević was a member of the Zemun gang. 13 of its members are accused of killing Đinđić in March of 2003. The suspects are crime leaders linked to former President Slobodan Milošević. You are listening to the news in VOA Special English. Pakistani officials say Islamic militants have attacked a group of army vehicles in a tribal area along the border with Afghanistan. The officials say 2 soldiers were killed and 2 others were wounded in the attack near Miran Shah, the main town in North Waziristan. Pakistani troops later attacked suspected rebel hiding places in the area. Local officials say a policeman was killed in those raids. 6 civilians were wounded. Also, Afghan officials say a bomb explosion in the southern city of Kandahar killed the attacker and 4 civilians. The officials say 13 others were wounded. A group of Canadian troops was also in the area, but no one in that group was hurt. India's National Security Advisor reports an increase in terrorist attacks against his country by Pakistani militant groups. M.K. Narayanan told the Times Now television company that Pakistan's government must do more to investigate terrorism coming from its territory. The Indian official said separatists are spreading their attacks outside the disputed Kashmir area. He said their targets are becoming increasingly important. The Indian government says Kashmir rebels cross over to the Pakistani area for arms training, and it says they carry out attacks in the Indian-ruled part of the Himalayan area. Pakistan denies the charge. Muslim separatists have been fighting for Kashmir's independence or its union with Pakistan since 1989. Doctors in Indonesia are reporting the country's 37th death from bird flu. The doctors say the 15-year-old boy died on May 30th in the West Java capital, Bandung. The doctors say recent test results confirmed the boy had the H5N1 form of bird flu. Indonesia has reported an increase in human cases of bird flu recently. The deaths of 7 members of the same family there have caused concern that the virus may have changed into one that passes between humans. Reports from Somalia say at least 15 people have been killed as fighters seized an important town near the capital, Mogadishu. Islamic fighters seized Balad after fighting with a group in Somalia's Alliance of Warlords. The alliance says it is a force against terrorism. Balad had been under the control of one of the groups in the Warlord Alliance that many in Somalia believe is supported by the United States. The United States has refused to confirm or deny that claim. And now, briefly, here again is the major news of the hour. Iraqi police say resistance fighters have killed at least 36 people in attacks in 3 areas. Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Olmert says his top goal is restarting peace talks with the Palestinians. And the Speaker of Serbia's parliament says the legislative group will meet Monday to officially establish independence. And that's the news in VOA Special English. From Washington, this is Jim Tedder reporting.